Good evening, I'm Bo Williams and welcome to the 7. Let's get a look at the big 7 stories happening right now. Topping the list following Knoxville City Council's decision last week not to go through with a vote regarding the sale of a portion of Chilhowee Park, a group of activists are now looking at next steps. As we've reported, the city was considering selling the land to the Emerald Youth Foundation. Now East Knoxville neighbors want to continue to gather community input and work toward improving public access to the park. One option they've looked into is forming a land conservancy that oversees improvements and preservation of the park, similar to the nonprofit at Lakeshore. Most of all, they want to bring together those who are both for and against the sale.
What we've really settled on doing is coming together as a community to form a friends group, Friends of Chilhowee Park. And we really want to offer an olive branch to the community to come together and really rally for Chilhowee, to see this park become unlocked.
Meanwhile, the city is working to form an East Knoxville advisory group to guide the area's future. Next on the 7 for you, the man charged with shooting 2 Blount County Sheriff's deputies in February of last year is now scheduled to appear in court on November 25th. In June, a judge ordered Kenneth DeHart be given a second preliminary hearing. This after his legal team filed a motion saying he was denied his right to counsel during the first hearing. DeHart faces charges of first-degree murder, attempted first-degree murder, and being a felon in possession of a weapon. Now, we have followed this case ever since the deadly encounter occurred. Now, you will recall Deputy Greg McCowan was killed and Deputy Shelby Eggers was injured during a traffic stop. DeHart was later captured in Knoxville following a search. Next on the 7, tonight a man is dead after an incident with Monroe County Sheriff's deputies that happened yesterday. According to the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, deputies responded to reports of a vehicle stopped in the middle of the road with an unresponsive person inside. When the deputies confronted the driver, they say he then ran away. They then chased and tased the man, but he kept running. He was eventually caught, but during the struggle, he became unresponsive again. Despite deputies' use of Narcan and CPR, the man was later pronounced dead at UT Medical. TBI, by the way, is currently now looking into this incident. Next on the 7, a 6 on your side traffic alert tonight. TDOT saying it still plans to reopen northbound lanes of Alcoa Highway by 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. Crews, have been performing blasting and clearing work along Alcoa Highway since Saturday. This between Governor John Sevier Highway and UT Medical Center. Crews originally thought that debris would fall into the northbound lanes. However, some did spill over into the southbound side, further impacting traffic over the weekend. Now TDOT is saying the possibility for blasting to send debris into the other lane, well, it's always there.
We have these rolling roadblocks in place just in case if any of this material was to end up in those southbound lanes. So we're trying to make sure that contractors stay safe and trying to make sure that motorists stay safe.
Southbound lanes have since been cleared. Rolling roadblocks, though, do remain in place, so you will see some delays at times. All right, next on the 7 for you. On Monday, October 14th, State Route 113 in Jefferson County will be closed. This is going to be in both directions near the Leadville Road interchange. This is all due to a small bridge replacement project. Typically, TDOT makes sure to keep at least one way of traffic open, but this one requires a complete closure. Now, the closure extends for a couple of months. We're talking from October 13th through December 15th. TDOT does not anticipate this closure having much of an impact on drivers in the area. They say signage will be in place for each direction. Northbound traffic should take State Route 341 to I-81 South and then to I-40 West. Southbound traffic should take I-40 East to I-81 North and then to State Route 341.
When you're able to have a complete closure, that means that you're not having vehicles going in and out of the work zone, which really does make for a safer experience for the contractors.
TDOT tells 6 News and anticipates the project to be finished on time and that the project is something that will serve drivers in the area for years to come. A controversial plan to open a new rock quarry in Hamblen County is now back on the table, and residents are pushing back. At least some are. The Hamblen County Planning Commission is meeting this evening to discuss a rezoning request from Mac Materials, a company hoping to rezone more than 400 acres on McClister Road from agricultural use. Now, Mac Materials tried to get approved back in 2023, but the commission unanimously voted it down. Now Mac is trying again, and neighbors who live nearby are expressing their concerns once again.
We're concerned for our health, for our safety, the added traffic along McClister Road, the air pollution from the dust, the water contamination that's possible.
A large turnout is expected at the Hamblen County Courthouse as the Planning Commission meets to discuss the fate of the open land along McClister Road. On your side tonight, Knoxville Utilities Board now saying water has been restored following a widespread water outage here in Knoxville. Happened this afternoon. KUB adds that some customers may still experience some low water pressure or some discoloration or even air in their lines. However, we are being told this is normal and that this should improve as repairs continue and the system stabilizes. As a matter of fact, we lost water here at our North Broadway studios a little before 1 o'clock today, and we weren't the only ones. People and businesses in other parts of Knoxville were impacted as well, some businesses even closing for the day because of it. Now, the University of Tennessee campus and Fort Sanders Regional Medical Center also were impacted. KUB says a significant water main break is to blame. It happened at its water plant off Riverside Drive near Chilhowee Parkway.